I'm just, trying to wrap up, all the good, tips that you're giving me, and maybe also to those who are watching us. So not being a control freak, let go of control, be more the catalyzer in a project, start things in a partnership, manage relationships. Realize that, the world is not going to end if you don't reply to this important email right away. Okay. And search for yourself in a way.
So
okay.
I felt lost, and I didn't even know that I'm lost. But somehow through the trips there, and also through the ones that I've taken to Peru and Guatemala, together with my partner, we actually opened my eyes slowly. And I also practiced several times plant medicine, which is some people might be familiar with it. Search on the internet. It's more traditional ways of actually rediscovering what's missing in me. So I had besides going to a coach, talking with a coach, and discovering all these things, I also had some sessions in which we went quite deep in some practices which were done by the Amazonian tribes.
Wow. Okay.
And, with plant medicine, and there basically I found out there were a lot of things which were stuck down in me. I pushed them down, and I didn't want to look at it. And it was about my connection with my family, connection with the people around me, my place in the world, and all these afterwards, because they were brought in my conscious mind, and I actually started thinking much more often about them. And this happened 2-3 years ago. And since then, it's a continuous process, of course. But since then, I released a lot of pressure. And what is obvious now, looking back, is that the pressure and the things that we don't accept and we don't let feel in ourselves, they store in the body. And this is how we develop pains, back pains, or any kind of pains.
So we can also express
because they are,
in an illness, okay?
It's the pressure that we have not actually released. And in time, this creates diseases and creates complications. So once I became aware of that, it was much easier for me to do physical exercises, sports on a daily basis. Much easier to stop compulsive eating, which again is because there is some pressure. Drinking as well. Previously I was drinking a beer every evening to relax. Now I don't need it anymore. So it's all these things that we pile up in our society through our processes and in our society, because we don't actually see another model of existing. And this is a challenge that I see in America, in Western Europe, in Europe in general, and all these very technologically influenced societies. While my belief is that we should use the technology to benefit humanity, not to become some slaves of technology. And all these things that happened and we see this. I met vice presidents at LinkedIn, or investors, or startup founders in the same sessions with plant medicine. So it was, what are you doing here? So they came actually from Silicon Valley to clean themselves.
And if you're just as passionate about innovation as we are, hit subscribe for the Recursive podcast on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. We're everywhere.